Goodwill brings to you the weekly share market update dated the 26th of August, 2023. Talking about the corporate segment, we have Indocount shares hit a 52-week high of 248.65 rupees in the morning session on August 20, first following SSI Securities' buying call, with brokerage house saying the worst is behind the textile company, which is set for a steady recovery in financial year 2024. SSI Securities set a target price of 295 rupees, valuing the stock at 13 times its financial year 2025 earnings per share, and implying an upside potential of 19% from the day's high. Shares of Repro India were trading around 5% higher on August 21, after Morgan Stanley Asia picked up shares of the print and publishing solutions provider. Morgan Stanley Asia, Singapore, Pte bought 1.65 lakh shares, 1.24% equity, of Repro India, via open market transactions at an average price of 800 rupees per share. Previously, in May 2023, Madhuri Madhusudan Keela, investor and founder of MK Ventures, picked up 4.75 lakh shares in the company after Malabar India Fund Limited sold 5.12 lakh shares, or nearly 4.5% of the total equity, at 425 rupees per share. Stock price of KEC International rose more than 4% on August 21 after the company bagged orders, worth 1,007 rupees crore across various businesses. The company's civil business secured an order for design, engineering, procurement and construction of a multi-speciality hospital in India. Its transmission and distribution business secured an order for a 380 kV overhead transmission line project in the Middle East. And its cable business secured orders for supply of various types of cables in India and overseas. Shares of Himadri Specialty Chemical surged more than 4% on August 23 to hit 52-week high of 190.90 rupees after the company's resolution plan, along with Dalmia Bharat Refractories for Birla Tyres, was given the go-ahead by the Committee of Creditors. The stock has gained 35% in the past month, 61% in 3 months and 90% this year, so far. The company has received a letter of intent from the resolution professional that the plan, which was a collaborative effort between the company and Dalmia Bharat Refractories, has been approved by the Committee of Creditors of the corporate debtor. Shares of Geo Financial Services Limited hit the 5% lower circuit for the third session on August 23. Players tracking the stock said the decline could have more to do with technical factors than fundamental ones. They said passive funds such as index funds and exchange-traded funds benchmarked to the NIFTY and Sensex could be selling the stock as their mandate is to only invest in stocks that are part of the indices. Since the stock will not be part of the Sensex and NIFTY from August 29, the funds could be preempting the move, rather than waiting till the last moment. Shares of Larsen & Toubro gained over 1% to hit an all-time high of 2,726 rupees on August 23, after the company secured a Rs 2,500 crore contract for setting up a 2.3 mmTPA urea plant for Perdaman Chemicals and Fertilizers Party in Australia. Larsen & Toubro on Monday said its energy hydrocarbon business has bagged a contract from the Sapam and Clough JV, Australia, for fabrication and supply of process and pipe rack modules for a 2.3 million ton per annum urea plant for Perdaman Chemicals and Fertilizers. The value of the order is around 2,500 rupees crore. Shares of Shriram Properties spurted over 7% on August 23. After foreign firm Omega TC Sabre Holdings Pte Limited sold further 2.29% stake, or 39 lakh shares, in the real estate developer. Omega TC Sabre Holdings Pte Limited sold the shares through the open market at an average price of 78.44 rupees a share, amounting to 30.59 rupees crore, bulk deal data shows. In the previous session, Omega had sold 18 lakh shares or 1.06% stake. Omega has, so far, sold a 3.35% stake against a 9.39% held on June 30, 2023. Piramal Enterprises Limited shares traded 1% higher to 1,069 rupees on August 23, following board approval to raise 3,000 rupees crore through non-convertible debentures. Non-convertible debenture is a financial instrument for raising long-term funds by companies through a public issue. NCDs, as the name suggests, can't be converted into shares. The move would be carried out in one or more tranches, subject to regulatory approvals, as applicable, the company said in an exchange filing on August 22. Geo Financial Services share price hit 5% lower circuit for the fourth session on August 24. It has been on a decline since its listing as passive funds are selling shares, preempting its exit from the NIFTY and Sensex. Since JFS hit circuit on first 2 days, the stock's exclusion from NIFTY and Sensex was postponed. Instead of August 24, it is now set to be removed effective August 29. In the first 3 days, about 90.8 million shares were sold. Assuming all these shares have been sold by passive funds, there are about 54 to 59 million shares left. Gujarat Ambuja Exports stock jumped 5% on August 24, after the processed agrogoods producer announced that it had received approval to set up a greenfield corn wet milling plant at Himatnagar in Gujarat from the state's Pollution Control Board. As per the filing at the exchanges, the company said that the proposed facility would have the capacity to process corn up to 900 tons per day. This is supposed to expand the aggregate maize processing capacity of the company through its 5 facilities to 6,000 TPD, the company said. Shares of Centum Electronics jumped nearly 7% on August 24, post the successful landing of Chandrayaan-3 on the Moon. Centum was a key industrial partner to ISRO for electronics on the prestigious Moon mission and supplied critical modules and systems. Centum Electronics released its Q1 results on August 11. The consolidated revenue of the company increased by 17% year-on-year, mainly due to an increase in the electronics manufacturing services business. Suzlon Energy shares jumped to a 52-week high of 22.85 rupees on August 24 afternoon after the company announced winning an order from Integram Energy Infrastructure for a 31.5 megawatt wind power project. The renewable energy company is expected to install 15 units of its S120, 140M wind turbine generators with a hybrid lattice tubular tower, and a rated capacity of 2.1 megawatt each in Maharashtra and Karnataka. SGS Technology hit a new high of 540 rupees and traded over 9% higher on August 25. Nuvama Institutional Equities has retained its buy recommendation on the stock with a target price of 760 rupees, implying a 40% gain from the day's high. Its business model's strength should help Surma sustain its valuation beyond the present high growth phase, Nuvama Institutional Equities has said, adding it likes the firm's straightforward execution-focused strategy. Shares of VST Tillers Tractors Limited jumped over 6% on August 25 after the company entered into an agreement with the US-based Selectrac to jointly develop an electric power tiller and other agricultural machines. In early August, the farm equipment manufacturer had launched its Series 9 range of compact tractors in 6 models that will be available by the end of this month. The Series 9 range of compact tractors of 18 HP and upwards will be included in the 4WD compact tractor segment. These are designed and developed at the company's Hosur plant. Bundori Hosiery Exports Limited has moved up by 36.54% this week with a change of 1.90 points. It has traded with a net volume of 16.601 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 7.10 against the previous closing price of 5.20. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average 6.05, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 7.25 points this week. While shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 76.13. Prakash Industries Limited has moved up by 34.46% this week with a change of 31.01 points. It has traded with a net volume of 25.01 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 121.15 against the previous closing price of 90.10. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average 90.85, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 124.90 points this week, while shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 88.19. Copran Limited has moved up by 33.49% this week with a change of 54.50 points. It has traded with a net volume of 13.225 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 217.25 against the previous closing price of 162.75. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average 182.60, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 228.65 points this week, while shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 66.60. Birla Cable Limited has moved up by 32.91% this week with a change of 76.15 points. It has traded with a net volume of 10.308 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 307.55, against the previous closing price of 231.40. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average 218.40, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 332.90 points this week, while shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 88.75. A2Z Infra Engineering Limited has moved up by 24.7% this week with a change of 2.05 points. It has traded with a net volume of 15.754 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 10.35 against the previous closing price of 8.30. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average 7.90, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 10.35 points this week, while shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 69.58. The Nifty 50, as expected, climbed far above the 19,500 mark on the weekly F&O expiry day, but failed to hold on to the same as bears tightened their grip over Dale Street in late morning deals, and dragged the index below the 19,400 mark on August 24. The index lost nearly 200 points from the day's high, and the opening upside gap has been filled completely. It formed a long bearish candlestick pattern which resembles a bearish engulfing kind of pattern formation on the daily timeframe, indicating the possibility of bear strength, but continued making higher tops formation for the fourth consecutive day and also held previous day's low. Hence, 19,500 is expected to remain crucial for bulls to get it conquered to gain strength for going ahead, whereas the support stays at 19,300 to 19,250 levels. The Bank Nifty also behaved in a similar fashion, and lost 453 points from the day's high of 44,950 to close with just 17 points gains at 44,496. The index again failed to hold on to 44,500, which is expected to be crucial for further up move towards the 45,000 mark, and formed a bearish candlestick pattern, with a long upper shadow on the daily charts. The Bank Nifty index recently encountered selling pressure from elevated levels and is now displaying indications of range-bound trading. In the current scenario, the index's immediate support lies at 44,200. If this support level is effectively maintained, the index could potentially experience a recovery, driving it towards levels of 44,800 and 45,000. You can contact us from the details mentioned on the screen via a call, WhatsApp, or email. Thank you for listening the video to the end. Please do like, share, and subscribe the video for the latest updates in the market.